Have you ever written down the Bible's priority list? You might want to do this right now. Say you're saying, Randy, how do you organize your day? How do you know what God's path for your life is? Ready? Let me give you God's priority list. Write this down. First thing on God's priority list is your relationship with Him. No, it's not going to be on screen. You got to actually listen and write. First thing on God's priority list for you is Him. You got to figure out what you got to do to make Him first in your life. More important than anything, anyone. Second thing on your priority list should be what? Your spouse. You're saying, Randy, I don't have a spouse. Well, you do realize I spent decades preparing for Jennifer before I actually married her. Before I knew her name, I was preparing for her. The next thing on your priority list, your children. If you don't order your day in those three things, then you have messed up. After your God, spouse, and your children, the next thing on your priority list is your work, your calling on your life. You're saying, Randy, you haven't said anything about church yet. That's right. Your calling on your life is more important than church. You'll never hear any other preacher tell you that. After work, it's then your church. God has said clearly that the first day of your week should start here. By the way, if you don't know, Sunday is the first day of the week. It's not Monday. Okay? What comes after church? Ready? It's God, spouse, children, work, church, friends. You're saying, but Randy, my friends wanted me to go party with them last night. Well, if your friends want you to do something that keeps you out of church, then you need to tell your friends no. What comes after your friends? Your neighbors. Are you living on the street? Or have you done like Don Shangle wants to do and go dig a hole in the side of the hill and leave community behind? But if you happen to be on the street, you're not there by accident. I have to remind myself all the time that this rental house that I'm living in now, God selected on purpose that I have a job to minister to my neighbors. By the way, that's God's priority list for you. You're saying, Randy, why is that important? Well, if you want to be happy, then you need to sit down and figure out what's God's plan for every area of that list. Wives need to say, God, what do you want me to be as a wife? Husbands need to say, what do you want me to be as a husband? Parents need to say, God, what do you want me to be as a parent? Children need to say, hey, what do you want me to be as a kid? Employees need to say, oh God, how do I work today? Bosses say, oh God, how do I treat my employees? Church people say, you know what, how do I follow my leadership? Leader says, how do I follow God? And then as people follow God, I follow God, people follow me. Each of us need to figure out what it takes to be a real friend according to God's word, not this BS we see on social media. And all of us need to be a neighbor. What's God's plan for that? You see, if you want happiness, then you need to figure out what God's plan for is each area of your life.